guys and gals. Today I'll be talking about the movie Curse of Chucky. And let me just say, I saw this one on demand, and I decided not to buy the Blu-ray. I decided to save my money and spend the $4 instead. And first off, I want to give a shout out to two people. One is Marvin Diaz, who's my coworker. He rented from Redbox, and I asked him about the deleted scenes. Let me ask him, is it worth buying the movie with the deleted scenes also? He told me it was mostly like talking, more of a backstory of characters. So I was like, okay, I can skip that, But I gotta give a major shout out to this guy. This kid is awesome, man. Check his YouTube channel page out, and I gotta say, he gotta be the biggest Child's Play movie fan next to my friend Marvin Diaz. He's also a big fan of the Child's Play series, and his name is Child's Play Movies One, and he got a lot of good videos. He definitely broke down the Child's Play series, and because of him, I would say he's the one that convinced me as a viewer to definitely check this movie out with confidence. Curse of Chucky, I was talking about it also. I was excited, but now the movie was here a few days ago. Finally saw it on demand, and what do I think of it now? I thought it was enjoyable to watch, but thanks to the twist ending when the credits rolled up, I kind of liked that even more because at least to me it gave this series a closure. And you know what? I hope after this they're going to reboot it. So if they're going to close the series, I would say end it with this movie, the end. But Curse of Chucky, man. If you already know the story, this will contain spoilers. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about with the spoilers. Like none of you haven't heard about it already. I mean, come on. So spoilers will be in this. All right. So the movie's out. There's going in the wheelchair, right? Um, she got her mom got a package in the mailbox, and it was the good guy doll, the Chucky doll. Um, the girl in the wheelchair, her mom died, and she pretty much had the house to herself. Pretty much, she's like rich. Then she had family members coming over. You got a priest, you got a nanny, you got a sister. You got the older sister's husband, her daughter. And the older sister's pretty much she wants most of the money, for herself, and trying to convince her younger sister to sell the house. Of course, the younger sister ain't gonna sell the house. And of course, fast forward the story. I'm gonna make it real easy. People start dying in the house. Every time somebody died in the house, the dollar's there pretty much. And the kill scenes in this movie, man, I wanted it to be a little bit more better. Don't get me wrong, the kill scenes were decent. Nothing new that you haven't seen in any horror movie. But when it comes to the Child's Play franchise in that universe, right? My opinion, I enjoyed the kill scenes in all five of the Chucky's movie. I'm saying it right here in your face. Better yet, I'll take the fucking glasses off and say it right from the camera, eye to eye contact. I enjoyed the kill scenes in 1, 2, 3, 4, which is Bride, and 5, which is Seed of Chucky. And I know a lot of people trash Bride and Seed, and I understand why, but you know what? At least the kill scenes were good in it. You know what I'm saying? And but my most favorite will be 1, 2, and 3. Because to me, Chucky was much more darker, has the serious tone in my opinion, and I like it. So anyway, people start dying around the house. Chucky's killing them, and then you get to the final battle with Brad Dawson, who plays the voice of Chucky. Also, the woman in the movie, the lead actress, is actually his daughter in real life, which you all know already. So it's the final showdown between those two, and as the lady on the wheelchair has to survive against the evil Chucky doll, and there have been scenes when you thought that the heroine actually killed Chucky. Chucky got right back up, even with his head chopped off, and he pushed the wheelchair and pushed it down like the hallway, on top of the hallway, and she fell straight down the first floor of the house. I was like, you think she would be dead, but this bitch was still alive, man. Excuse me for saying the word bitch, I don't mean it like that. But then Chucky started explaining the story, and let me tell you, this character, Charles Lee Ray, who happens to be Chucky later on in the movie, of course. I mean, since the beginning of the movie, excuse me. He was already fucking psycho and sick in his head already. They have this backstory for him now like saying that when he was human, he fell in love with the girl's mother. So pretty much he had something to do with the father's death, and he got so obsessed. It looked like he kidnaps the heroine's mother before she was born. She was the mother in this movie. She was pregnant with her while she was being captured by Charles Lee Ray. And then he got mad because she called the cops on him, and he used the knife to pretty much stab her stomach. So that the heroine of this movie, the reason why she was on the wheelchair was because of Charles Lee Ray, aka Chucky, you know. So he was the one to blame for her being paralyzed. That's some fucked up shit, man. And then it shows you the backstory. How remember the first part of the movie how Charles Lee Ray went to the toy store? But it shows you that in the backstory, Charles Lee Ray was on the run from the cops, and they show you him in the toy store, and then of course, voila, that's how he became Chucky, and you get many more sequels after that. So now back to the final battle: Chucky and versus the lady in the wheelchair, who's out of the wheelchair, of course. Find the elevator. The cops come in. She starts screaming. The Chucky doll sitting in the chair, while the cop thinks that the woman in the wheelchair is the one that killed this whole family in the house. So she gets arrested. She's like announced criminally insane pretty much, and she's cussing at the Chucky doll in the courthouse saying, "I'm alive, I'm still alive." And and at the end you get the police officer who who was in the courtroom take the evidence back with the Chucky doll inside of it, and the cop guy died. Guess who was behind the truck? Guess what? Jennifer Tilly. Now, when I first heard Jennifer Tilly was in this movie, that's when I was turned off by it. That's when I decided that, you know what, I'm not pre-ordering this movie. I'm not gonna buy this movie for $20+. That's what convinced me. But when I saw Charles Play Movie One's review of it, it kind of convinced me in another way of, you know what, check this movie out after all. And it was because of the twist ended, of the credits ended at the end. That would convince me to get this movie, to order this movie on video on demand. Anyway, meanwhile, Jennifer Tilly's character killed the police officer, and then she's telling the Chucky doll, "Who's next?" So I don't know, the way the injury looks. I kind of agree with him. I think this movie does take place after Seed of, after Seed of Chucky. After all, I mean, everybody says it was a sequel to Child's Play 3, and then everybody said it was a prequel to Bride of Chucky. But really, the reality is this fucking movie was a sequel all this time, and I guess it was a surprise from the director and people who was behind this movie, because if people say it was a sequel to Seed, I don't think people would have gone to see this movie right away, you know. But come on, it's a Chucky movie. Everybody will see this movie right away, you know. It doesn't matter if it was a sequel or it was Chucky in outer space. Probably people will be curious and see it anyway. But yeah, to me, I would have to agree. I think this movie is a sequel to Seed, because I'm going by the injuries. The injuries look like what he would have from Seed of Chucky, the way it looked. And anyway, while Jennifer Tilly went to the post office, of course the Chucky doll's in the box. She's gonna send it somewhere else. And this is what I need hope on, because it's like I'm confused, because this ending is kind of confusing, right? Because the credit ending is easy at the end. That's easy to understand. But this ending, the box went to the house where the daughter and the young daughter of the older sister in this movie. The box went to her house because she's being taken care of by her grandmother, and Chucky's performing the Chambala spell on her. He's ready to transfer his soul to her body pretty much. But then when he gets to behind her, you start seeing this woman gasping for air in the plastic bag, and I guess that's her grandmother, I guess. But still, did Chucky complete his mission of transferring the soul? And then I'm not sure. And then you get your credits start rolling up at the end, and you get this awesome ending which I love so much. And I'll be wondering, is that twist ending at the end of the credit? Was it like two different endings? Like, pick the ending you want. You could pick the 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 Chucky soul transfer to the younger daughter of the older sister ending if you want, or you could pick that twist ending after the ending credit when the box was sent to Andy Barclay's house. Yes, Andy is back, the original Andy, Alex Vincent. And with Alex Vincent's character Andy picking up the phone, talking about, oh, it's his birthday. Chucky comes out the box. He's ready to kill Andy. Andy pull out his shotgun, and he said, "Play with this," you know. And then Chucky turned. He's like, "Andy, the boom, you hear the shotgun clank. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering, what was Hollywood trying to do? You want, which ending do you want? I feel like they put like two different endings. That's what I think, in my opinion. But all in all, I feel like Curse of Chucky was enjoyable to watch. It wasn't bad or anything, even though I wanted a little bit more. But it was enjoyable, so I say check it out. I mean, definitely, whatever you want. I will probably see the deleted scenes in the future. I mean, I know Netflix will have this available in November, so I will rent the DVD version for the deleted scenes. But as for the movie itself, I think I got my video on demand money's worth out of it anyway. Anyway, that's my opinion. Peace, guys. See you later.